Does Puddle of Mudd give you a reason to revisit their catalogue after this album? Is this album a worthy follow-up compared to their very first breakthrough record? Let's take a look at it in this following review. Hi people and hello my Chili Con Carnage crew, it's Chili here for a 5-minute review on Puddle of Mudd's newest album, Ubiquitous. Okay, Puddle of Mudd. Roll the clip.
Now that's a name I've not heard in a long time.
Seriously though, Puddle of Mudd seems to be one of those bands that had a massive debut album that they just haven't moved out of the shadows from ever since, and similar in vein to bands like Weezer. It's been a long time since the new metal scene peaked, and even though it has reinvigorated in recent times, the band has decided to adapt somewhat and move on with a different sound, especially on this record. What really caught me off guard was their first track, My Baby, which seems to have the band tap into a little bit of Stone Temple Pilots on this track, and it's actually quite catchy, especially with that deep-rooted bass line driving the tune. Although I shouldn't sing its praises quite so soon, as the following track, Dance With Me, seems to be a generic rip-off of their own song She Hates Me. It almost has the same chord progression at the beginning.
Come on, come on, come on, everybody dance with me, yeah.
We're only 2 tracks deep and I'm already getting mixed feelings about this record.
Like Cash and Cobain.
Next up is the song Cash and Cobain, and Puddle of Mudd. Tread carefully now, you are talking about a revered icon.
Rolling down the mountain on a one-way street.
Ah, shit, I spoke too soon. This song is so fucking stupid. It swings from country to electronic and God knows what else in this awful song, and the fact that Cobain's name is now tied to it just makes me angry. Oddly enough, it's not the only name drop, as the Presidents of the United States also get a mention for some reason. Skip it. Skip this track. Speaking of stupid, the following song, Butterface, is just dumb. What really makes it such is the fact that they add this country twang to the namesake of the song, and it's just so over the top.
Butterface. Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that? What is that, Private Pile?
Sir, jelly donuts, sir!
The torture continues on Candy, which is a ballad, at least by the band's standards, and I don't know whether to laugh or cry because even the band seemed to struggle to play in time with each other. Was this really the best recording of that song you had? Running Out of Time begins with a line, "No one can stop us now," and the only problem is that with Puddle of Mudd, they are stopping themselves. It's a generic rock song with generic lines. I wish I could say this was an enjoyable record, but I would be lying. It was a tedious effort by a generic band that has a singer with a punchable voice box. Can anyone say with a straight face they actually enjoy hearing Wes Scatland singing? It's like hearing a bagpipe full of cats. What annoys me more is the band's ability to just tap into subpar Chad rock while simultaneously ripping off other more talented musicians to help write their tunes. For example, the song You Wrecked Me is such an ode to Nirvana that Cobain should have songwriting credits for this song, but again, being mentioned once on this record is enough already. Also, Man in the Mirror taps into Stained and their style found on 14 Shades of Grey. The name of the record aptly sums up this effort. Ubiquitous means found everywhere, as in these shitty songs can be found everywhere on the album. Enough. Let's just get to the score. Overall, I will be giving this album a score of 500,000 chilies on the spicy scale, with my favourite tracks being My Baby and Poke My Eyes Out. I think it's funny that the last song is called Poke My Eyes Out, when I would be more interested instead to poke my ears out. Unfortunately, this was a decent song. This album does not do the band any favours, but I doubt that their fanbase will really care. I'm sure that they will lap it up and hate my review on this record. Avoid this album at all costs if you have decent taste in music, and keep an eye out for this as it makes an appearance at the end of year special, the worst albums of the year. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Live Listen Erased, and if you have enjoyed this episode, make sure you share it with all your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our Chili Con Carnage crew so you can get notified for all the future videos that we put out, as we put out videos every Friday. Also, we are on Discord, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter over at Live Listen Erased, so make sure to tune in over there. And don't forget to like this video so that our manager can stay very happy.